Namaste friends, this is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot and welcome to my channel. Thank you to all of you new subscribers and all of you who are returning to support my channel. I appreciate it. I appreciate you supporting my work. So thank you. I appreciate your positive energy, all your kind words, all your kind comments, and letting me know these readings and messages help you. It really kind of keeps me very centered to hear that the readings help you to understand this journey. If you're a twin flame, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay, we're going to get started. This is Divine Masculine Week. I was called to bring forward messages from the Divine Masculine so that the Divine Feminine kind of understands what's going on, because there may not be some communication. In this new cycle, there are a lot of changes going on for the Divine Masculine, and if you remember that turbulent time where things were transforming, in the process of transforming, you didn't always understand what was happening. So Divine Masculine is going through some of that confusion. Very Seven of Cups energy, Tower energy. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle, and it just feels like they're just going through that process, that transformational process that is new beginnings. I think we've had this card already. We've had it in this deck twice. This is that after the Tower, and there's new beginnings, new insight, new clarity, new and deeper understanding about what they're feeling in their soul and how they can't deny it anymore. So I'm going to move some of these and we'll pull from those a little later. Okay, so now I'm going to pull from the Lover's Oracle and get a message from Divine Masculine or a message for Divine Feminine, just so she understands what energies he may be experiencing. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Okay, so this is accept where the energies are in the journey right now. You can't change that. You can't hurry him along. You've done a lot of work and you are finding that inner peace. They're in the turbulent energies right now, and they have to go through this process to transform, just like you did, Divine Feminine. So remember, you just have to accept this as part of the journey. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. So whether that's your Divine Masculine, he may not be saying what's on his mind. They said, look at this card. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Okay. So if you are feeling, I'm hearing left out. You feel left out. Remember that this is part of the transformative energies that Divine Masculine has to go through. You went through it and they didn't understand what you were going through, and believe me, I'm sure they wish they did. I know I wish I understood what I was going through. So kind of was, you know, a little bit of compassion for Divine Masculine. Sorry, I'm adjusting this so you can see. There. And so they said, take one more card. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. You're trying to control their transformation, and you can't. They have deep feelings for you, or someone else does, but your twin does. Divine Masculine does, and they're just trying to get a grip on what's going on in their life. You know, when you're going through that energy, you don't even know yourself. Do you remember that? What that felt like? What you're saying is, what is happening to me? Am I going crazy? That's kind of the energy that they're in right now. And they're questioning, maybe even questioning, you know, their rational sanity. You know, things are changing so fast. They don't recognize themselves anymore. So give them some time, some space. Remember, you went through this not long ago. There we have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Queen of Cups. Time. Give it time. Be in your divine feminine grace and give it time for them to kind of get to know themselves. I mean, you can see how hard, look at just that figure and how he's just kind of hunched over. It's like, God damn, this is a lot of work. I just want it to be over. Do you remember that feeling? And they're thinking, I'm only on the Seven of Pentacles. I got to get to the 10. There's the Queen of Cups. And she's just sitting there watching. And she's like, I wish I could share with you what you're going through. But that's not going to help them right now. It's way too overwhelming to hear that kind of information. But the Divine Feminine is just sitting there watching him go through this. And that's the hard part, is just watching them go through what you went through. But you understand the process. They don't. They watched you go through it and they had no clue what was going on with you. And they had no idea about, you know, your soul work or spiritual relationships or connections. They just thought you were unbalanced. And you didn't know what was going on. They didn't know what was going on. Now you know what's going on. So you can have a little bit of compassion. And I know you're saying, well, they didn't have compassion for me. You're stronger than that. Okay, Two of Swords and Temperance. Yeah, definitely. Patience. Patience, patience, balance. Stay in your balanced energy. Things will be revealed when, you know, this is you trying to control. Where is the control? This is trying to control. Patience. You don't need to control this part of their journey. You don't need to do that. You can be, the best work you can do right now is cultivating joy in your life. That is the best thing you can do. Cultivate joy, have compassion, surrender to the journey, go live your life in really positive, high vibe energy, and understand that their transformation will take time. You can't control it, and trying to illuminate what's going on with them is only going to send them into a spiral of confusion. Five of Cups. We've seen this card yesterday, I believe. See how he's kind of bound? I mean, at least he's got an umbrella. Five of Cups to me is just, it's a mournful energy. This is change. Fives are changes. This is not a happy process. This transformation, it is cutting kind of deep into their soul, because they've been in their ego, and that's kind of being eradicated. So this is like deep soul depth clearing, and it's, you know, it's painful. Okay, so let's find out more about Divine Masculine. Page of Cups. Two of Cups in the challenge position, Page of Cups in the reverse. Okay, he's not really ready to share anything right now. And you're feeling that that's the challenge, because, yeah, the Hermit. There's not a lot of talking. There's a lot of spiritual stuff going on behind the scenes, but they're not talking. So that's when you're trying to like jump to the control, jump to the, what I keep hearing is Divine Feminine is trying to explain to Divine Masculine what is going on. And they just can't deal with that right now. I mean, this is a spiritual truth they may not be ready for. So you have to let them become accustomed to the spiritual nature of this connection. Yeah, see, a High Priestess. You don't try to share your spiritual wisdom right now. They're just not ready. And that's where you're trying to control it. You're like, if I could just explain what's going on, it'll all make sense. No, it won't. Nine of Cups. Just be in your independent, self-sovereign energy. Just cultivate joy in your own life. You'll get to the Ten of Cups. See, and there's the Page of Wands. Not taking any action, not making any overtures. He's just trying to, what I'm hearing, scrambling to survive. The spiritual survival. This is like upending his whole belief system. Remember how that felt? It cuts to the core, and it's a spiritual surgery, and that's what they're going through right now. And does it sound painful? Yeah. But remember, coming up are these new beginnings. Two of Swords again. This is just not time to try and get involved. It's just not. So just keep your cool. Don't try to jump in and spiritually save them. Not your job. This is a necessary part of their journey. These two cards stayed on the table. If you know me, that means there's a message. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so this says, and remember this deck, this is a vintage Rider-Waite deck, and it has different interpretation of the cards, and that's why I use it. This says a dark child. Now, this could be a child that is going through, this to me feels like this is the Divine Masculine's inner child that has had some very deep wounding, and that's why this is so painful. And then on the Six of Pentacles, it says caution about the present. Remember what I said. Don't get into this trying to be the spiritual savior as far as illuminating what is going on in his soul. And I'm not talking about Jesus, and I don't mean to make that implication. I'm just saying Divine Feminine feels as though if she can just jump in and tell him what's going on, everything will make sense to him. It's not. That's not going to happen. It's not your place to do that. Oh, see? Nine of Cups. Again. So this one says a good augury for the military. That doesn't make sense to me. But if somebody is contemplating going into military service, that might be some sort of confirmation for you. And the Knight of Wands, alienation in the challenge position. if you are trying to jump in to explain all of this spiritual significance of this journey, you're just going to end up alienating them. Just don't. What I'm hearing is Divine Feminine is like holding back, just trying. She's just barely holding herself back from the big jump in. Don't. Temperance again. Just be friendly if you hear from them. Don't be overboard. Don't jump in and try and explain the spiritual significance of the twin flame journey. Hold your horses. Just let them figure it out. The right information will come to them, but it's better that they discover it than hear it from you. That way you're not influencing their belief system, and that's not your job. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. Riches, abundance, self-nurturing. Be in that self-nurturing energy. I said bottom of the deck here. The world, yeah. This is that transformation. Look, remember the Queen of Cups, how she's sitting there holding that book? And she's like, I just want to inform you. Here, she is reading the book. She is investing, and they are finding out. There's probably something popped up on their YouTube feed, or, you know, somebody sent them something about twin flames. They're starting to hear about that now. And that's going to gain momentum. They come by the information when it's the right time for them. But if it is not attached to you, it's better. That way they don't feel as though you're trying to influence or persuade their belief system. They need to come into that independently. Obsessions. Be careful. There are strong desires and attachments. Yep, 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 yep. That is Divine Feminine trying to control, because she feels as though if she can share her information, Divine Masculine's going to understand and everything's going to work out just fine. It's not meant to be that way. So, throttle back. Look inside yourself and ask yourself, why do you feel this way? What's making you feel this way? You need to be in acceptance, surrender, and allow them to go through their transformation in their own time. It's not the time to jump in and illuminate the journey. Two of Swords. They'll just block it out. They're not ready. Let them come by it when they're meant to. Divine timing will take care of that. Have faith in that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Namaste.